if I can't get this running basically by the end of the video, I'm kind of just going to push it out and put it in the side yard because I don't have much room in my dirty garage at the moment. I don't think this bike has been ran in maybe 3 years. It's just been sitting in the garage collecting dust. It's my fiance's bike, but it turned out to be a little bit too much power for her. I mean, it is a 2-stroke 250 carbureted bike, which definitely makes sense to me. So today we're just going to see what we can do about getting it started. It shouldn't be a big problem. I think ultimately if we drain the fuel, check for spark, clean the carburetor, the basics, it should run and it shouldn't be a problem. I'm going to start by draining out most of this gas, if not all of it. It's been in there a while and I did just put new gas in it recently to try to get it started, which didn't work. Then we're going to pull off this carb, check if it needs to be cleaned, which to be honest, it probably does anyways. Then we're going to get in here, the other side, and we're going to pull the spark plug and make sure it's not fouled or anything. It's been in here a while. I did put a little bit of gas in it recently, so I might drain this down just a bit. Getting this carb out should be easy. I might have to pull the air box off. If I can be lazy about it, I absolutely will, but I don't think it should be a problem. Probably would have been easier. I think I messed up and I didn't disconnect the throttle or the throttle cable. So I don't know how I'm going to get that off in this position. I think it's just a 10 mil wrench on this. Yep. All right, we'll get this off, pull the carb out, take a look at it. Got that out, but I need to use a little Allen key. Got one bolt here and just one more here to pull off. I should be able to disconnect all of this. I searched all of my toolboxes and I could not find the Allen for this, so I just went with the socket. We'll get this off and then we'll take a look. Okay, then we'll take a look in the inside of the carb. So I got the carb off, but I did notice a few things. Let's see if this will focus in here. Most of these are totally stripped. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get these off in their current state or not. I know I probably shouldn't be using a power tool for this, but I mean, whatever. I use the wrong tool for everything. That's just how I roll. Oh. I mean, look how chewed up. That's supposed to just be a Phillips. This camera is not working out very well, but look how bad that is. Check that out. I definitely need some ball screws after that. I got the carb apart. I'll show you this. You can see in there. Look at that. That's just sitting at the bottom of the carb. I'm hoping this means we've got a clogged jet or two. Maybe we could just clean this carb quickly and get it back up and running. Based on the screws that I saw, these ones here, actually that's the best example. Let me get a better one. These ones, you know, that is supposed to look similar to that. You can see that's not going to fly. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to get a set of these bolts for the carburetor bowl on order. But I'm going to see if I can put these in today, get this carb cleaned out, and hopefully that'll solve the issue, and then I could just replace these at a later time. When you use brake clean, watch out, because I just ruined my wife's key with the brake clean, so watch out. I'm using these messed up bolts. Potentially, I could get enough torque on this to kind of see if it's going to work, but I'm really hoping that I can and it doesn't leak out of the bowl, and we'll just get some new hardware on order, I guess. Carb's cleaned up. Let's get it put back onto the bike and then pull the spark plug and make sure we got spark. All right, now we're going to get this fuel line back on. Looks good. Need to route these lines here, but I'll do it later. You can see they're kind of all up and around. We got the car back onto the bike. Now let's go ahead and pull that spark plug. Here's the spark plug. It looks pretty good. A little bit of oil on it. It's relatively new. From the last time I remember, maybe this has 4 or 5 rides on it. A little bit of oil, might be running a little rich, but I'm not too concerned about it. This should work. Here's how I'm going to check for spark. I'm just going to ground it to the pipe. I wasn't really getting the spark I was hoping on that. I'm thinking maybe just I need to adjust the spark plug a little bit and fix that gap. So I'm going to do that now and throw it back in the bike. That should solve that issue. We have spark. So next step is try to get this thing started. I really hope it fires right up. If it doesn't, then we might have to pull the carburetor off again. Might need to buy a new spark plug or look into some other issues, but I'm hopeful. All right, the carb is clean, put back on the bike, pulled the spark plug, checked it, looked fine, threw it back in the bike, drained the fuel. Gonna put a little bit more fuel in now, and hopefully this thing starts right up. All right, so I kicked and kicked and kicked some more, and I couldn't get it to turn over. We know it's not the spark. I just fixed the sparking issue, so I think I'm gonna have to pull that carb back off, and maybe I missed something or I didn't clean it as well as I thought I did. So I'm pretty sure I got it figured out. Carb's back out, and what I did is where the main fuel line comes into the carb, I blew on it, and it was totally just nothing at all. No air coming through, which means there's no fuel. So I took we'll call it the float valve out, and it was pretty gunked up, so I cleaned that up as well. Ran some brake cleaner through the line. Seems to be working, but now the issue is those bolts. I'm not going to get those bolts back in. It's going to cause a leak. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of them, try to get down to Home Depot or Lowe's, which is right down the street from my house, see if they have any in stock. If they do, I'll just go ahead and replace them, and then hopefully that fixes our issue. All right, so for a whopping $6, we got everything we need to be able to put that bowl back on without it having issues. Bought some washers because I think the bolts are a little long, but maybe we could space them out slightly with those washers. All right, we made it back from the Lowe's. I'm just going to put this car back together in hopes that that is all of our issues. Like I said, I didn't really do a great job of cleaning it. It's my fault. I thought it was going to be quick. It wasn't, and here we are. For the second time, let's put this back together and hopefully start this bike this evening and wake up all my neighbors. On. Okay. Carb is in the bike. Let's see if she starts. 3 hours later. Put some fuel in it. Not sure if that helps. And let's hopefully be done with this fucking thing. Trying to get that smoke blown out of here. It's not too bad, but neighbors are probably mad. Well, that's it. We got the bike running. Really happy with it. If you like the video, drop a like. If you want to sub, drop a sub. And until next time, we'll see you out there.